What a day we have in store on Wednesday. Matchday Mayhem in the Champions League with all 36 teams playing at the same time as the league phase comes to an end. Some crucial encounters, notably Manchester City fighting for their lives at home against Club Brugge. Pep Guardiola's side know they must win to qualify for the playoffs. Paris Saint-Germain also face an important game away at Stuttgart, needing at least a draw to avoid elimination. And here are the standings through Matchday 7. Remember, positions 1 to 8 qualify automatically for the round of 16. 9 to 16 are seeded in the playoffs. 17 to 24 are unseeded in the playoffs. And 25 to 36, see you next season, fellas. You are eliminated. Ian, one of the big stories coming into the Champions League this season was the changes to the format. We're coming towards the end of the league phase into Matchday 8, Matchday Mayhem, as we're calling it. Do you support the changes now?
You know, at first, Adam, I actually critiqued it. I thought it was going to be horrible. I don't like change. I'm old school. I like to keep things familiar to the way I once knew it. But at the same time, seeing this type of a development for the Champions League has been tremendously successful. What I've recognised is that every single game means something. Every single goal means something. So we're essentially getting cup finals, knockout matches in the group stage games. So for me, it's really been a tremendous success. I think the Champions League and UEFA have done a great job of getting our entertainment factor up to the next level. But I will say this, there's a lot of games to go through, right? 8 match days is a lot to ask of players, but I think some teams underestimated the 8 match days. Looking at Manchester City, who are on the outside looking in, trying to just stay in this competition by getting that victory on match day 8. They never expected it to be this tough.
For me as well, it's a real turn to have all of the games taking place at once. It's going to be a nightmare for you and I to try and figure it all out. Our heads are going to be exploding. But you're going to get these changes in the table live as we watch the games, which is going to be some great entertainment.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, right? I mean, the beautiful game in itself, we want to make sure that we have this entertainment factor for the rest of the world to really catch up on. And I think in the United States of America, in particular, North America, we want to make sure that the casual US-American fan who loves their sports is also grabbing onto our beautiful game. And I think with this factor, every single game kicking off at the same time, goals going in left, right and centre, trying to keep up with play, understanding where you are in your table position, every single goal will matter. Every single game has a place to play in this knockout stage as well. So I'm really excited to see match day. I'm looking forward to goals, drama. I'm looking forward to being alongside you, mate.
Absolutely. We mentioned the crucial games, Manchester City. What would it mean if they weren't able to go through and they were out of the Champions League, considering the money they've spent?
I mean, listen, Manchester City right now put themselves in a vulnerable position. As you can see, they're in the elimination stage right now, but I still think Manchester City are a team to be reckoned with. If you're looking to make some money, I'm going to throw it out there. Manchester City right now, to win it all, are currently sitting at plus 1,000. Who's crazy enough to put money on that? I might be. I mean, they're a team that can absolutely go all the way to the final and create some damage. Erling Haaland, obviously, on the outside, looking into that golden boot at plus 450. He can make some money for you as well. But let's not forget that Manchester City, if they do make it into the playoffs, they'll have those extra 2 games as well that can compete with the goals for a golden boot. But I still think that City just need to get over that hurdle. They'll win this last game. I don't see Club Brugge coming up with any type of competition for them. I'm expecting 5 goals in that game. I'm expecting Erling Haaland to maybe grab 3.
A lot of petrodollars have been spent at PSG as well from Qatar. They're also in a bit of a dangerous situation. They're currently just inside.
Yeah, and they're actually got a very difficult task at hand as well. They've got to go and face like a Stuttgart side. And realistically, when you look at the scenario, and we mentioned every single game has a place to play in this knockout phase and how you end up in the table. If they go and get a draw, Stuttgart and Paris Saint-Germain, both teams would essentially qualify through to the playoff stages. And I think both teams would be happy. Probably Stuttgart more happier than PSG. But right now, PSG are in that position of vulnerability where they can get completely knocked out of the Champions League. That would be a disaster for Paris Saint-Germain and their Qatari investment ownership. They've just spent a lot of money, obviously, bringing Kvaratskhelia to the club. They want to develop and go in the right direction. In the knockout stages, he can start competing for them if they get there. That's the big question. Stuttgart's not an easy place to go play. There is question marks about Sebastian Hoeneß, their manager, if he's going to stay at the club or leave for maybe Borussia Dortmund. But focus right now is on that game against Paris Saint-Germain. I can see a draw there. I think both teams will be happy going through.
Real Madrid are the defending champions. They started the campaign a bit slowly. They have been much better recently in all competitions, scoring goals like crazy. Kylian Mbappe is really finding his form at Real Madrid. How do you think they're going to get on as the competition continues? Are they potentially the favourites now?
I think Real Madrid have to be the favourites. How can you bet against Real Madrid? I mean, they're plus 600 to win it right now. And I know they've not shown us their true potential in this competition. Real Madrid are one of the teams who have been lucky because they've sort of figured it out as they've gone along with this new format in the Champions League. So they're going to be, obviously, a team that will be there or thereabouts in the knockout stages, and you certainly don't want to play against the record champion of this competition when it does come to the knockouts. Having Kylian Mbappe in your ranks is going to be great. Not having Vinny Jr. for the trip to France will be interesting for them. But if there's that dark horse, I wouldn't say it's Real Madrid to win it with their position right now. I'm looking at Inter Milan as my dark horse to potentially win the whole thing. Let me know what you think about this one. They're plus 1,400 to win it right now. I know they've only conceded 1 goal, but Inter Milan, the dark horse to win it all.
And Simone Inzaghi's got them playing brilliant football in Serie A this season. Just really quickly, Liverpool are top of the tree coming into match day 8, 7 wins from 7. Surely they'd have something to say about Real Madrid.
Yeah, you would expect so. But I think they're looking forward to winning that league. And even if they make a complete change to the starting 11, I still think against PSV they get 2 or 3 goals in that game, even with the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all to play for. Don't forget, you can watch every second of the action with all the inevitable twists and turns. Matchday Mayhem coverage starts at 1 p.m. Eastern on Galazzo Network.